So something absolutely magical happened yesterday. I'm down on Vancouver Island. I'm in the trailer, and I decided to go to the Pierre Poilievre rally in Nanaimo or Nanoose Bay, and it was incredible. I must have shook over 200 to 500 people's hands. I met so many people, and I got to sit down and actually kind of interview a lot of people on what brought them to the rally and why they support Pierre Poilievre, their favorite policies. I got to hear real stories from you guys, from viewers, from subscribers, from supporters of what's going on with your lives, how you got to this point, and what is amplifying your, your political interest. And one story really struck a chord with me. There's a woman that I met. Her name is Pam, and she is a veteran. The government is not doing an adequate job of taking care of her, and she has a vehicle that's been stuck in her driveway for over 2 years. And on the live stream, I actually said, you know what, Pam, I think that we're going to get you a car. And I meant it. And the super chats started funding it immediately right away. I think we raised several $1,000s just on this 2-hour live stream. It was mind blowing, absolutely incredible. And so what I want to talk to you about right now at the start of this video is about this story. And we're going to take a look at some political stuff a little bit later in the video, but I want to share Pam's story. And I actually made a GoFundMe to help cover the costs of this car, and I'm hoping that we can get enough to get her a car from a dealership, a good, safe car, and then try to load up like a year's worth of insurance for her. So I'm putting the link down below in the description and the pinned comment below to this GoFundMe that I just created. There's no real financial goal. I don't know what to do. So I just put $1, and however much money comes in, it's all going towards Pam. And this is when her and I sat down right here, helping a female Canadian veteran get a car. While at a recent Pierre Poilievre rally, I, Jasper, had the pleasure of interviewing this lovely lady, this lovely Canadian veteran who had a broken car sitting in her driveway for over 2 years. She does not have the money to fix it, and mechanics can't seem to figure out what is wrong with the car, either a ball joint or it was a transmission, but it's not good. The government is not doing an adequate job of taking care of our Canadian veterans, and we as a community will take care of her. We raised some money on a live stream, quite a bit of money if I'm being fully transparent, to help pay for her new vehicle, and we can probably raise more here on GoFundMe. The Liberal government is leaving Canadian veterans in the dust, so let's make sure that she is set up with a good, working, and safe vehicle. And so again, the link is down below in the description or the pinned comment below, and I'm actually going to play a clip of our interaction so you can really see the raw emotions of her just being left in the dust by this Liberal government. Here we go.
I can't even afford to get my car fixed for the past 2 years. It's sitting in my driveway because a senior's pension, won't pay for that, a government pension. And I'm surprised they haven't taken that away, too. It's been awful.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I'll make it through. I think Pierre provides us with a lot of hope. And that's what we need right now. People need hope. They need hope, not dope.
What kind of car is it?
Suzuki, Grand Vitara.
Okay. What's wrong with it?
It's a little ball bearing under the transmission, and it's probably good. I took it into one mechanic. He didn't know what he was doing. He just put a zap strap around something and charged me $365. And so the next time he said, no, I can't do it. And so I've got to get someone to tow it out of the driveway and take it to a mechanic.
Are you married to that car?
Am I married to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I could take another one, but I can't even afford to buy a second-hand car now.
Okay. Well, why don't you go sit there, talk to my friend, and give him your information, and we'll get you a car.
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry. No way. No. Are you? No way. I can't believe it.
info to that gentleman? Okay. Yeah. And we'll get you set up. Okay? And we'll get you a car.
What about the pea shooters? I don't have to market them. I'll wait until the plastic straws come back, and then I'll market
There you
them
go.
to those chicken dancers. All right, guys, take care. Lovely meeting you.
Thank you very much.
Mwah.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for yours.
That story got me really choked up, and I don't know if you could actually see it. When I told her that we were gonna get her a car, I was having to hold back some tears because it just pisses me off so much that the Liberal government is ruining people's lives, real people's lives. And when you go to these political rallies, when you meet people out in the wild, it's not just a number on a screen for a view or a like or a comment under a username. It's real people with real stories. And I met hundreds of other people at that rally, too many names to list, and it was incredible. And I just want to thank everybody who took the time to come and say hi, who took the time to sit down with me and actually share their story, who wanted photos with me, which is still absolutely mind-blowing. But thank you everybody for really turning this country back to a sense of normalcy with the community. It's absolutely incredible. So once again, if you would like to contribute to getting Pam a car so that she can get back to living her life after 2 years of a broken car being sitting in her driveway, then again, the link is down below in the description or the pinned comment below. And any amount is going to go a long way. Now let's take a look at what Pierre Poilievre just proposed for his first 100 days as Prime Minister. It's absolutely incredible.
We begin tonight with Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre's stop in Saskatoon. He touched down yesterday evening and left today after speaking briefly with reporters. Keenan Sorokon now on the final few days of his campaign.
In a whirlwind trip to Saskatoon Thursday evening and Friday morning, surrounded by vocal supporters, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre stuck to his party's messaging.
You want change too. This little guy wants change.
Change, change, change. We need a change. Biggest crackdown on crime in Canadian history for a change.
Poilievre laid out his urgent actions for his first 100 days in office if elected as Prime Minister. He plans to legislate 3 bills: the Affordability for a Change Act, the Safe Streets for a Change Act, and the Bring Home Jobs for a Change Act. Those bills will include a variety of tax cuts and repealing Law C-69, which implements a variety of assessments before undertaking a large project, sometimes called the No Pipelines Act.
We will approve pipelines, mines, LNG plants, nuclear power, export terminals, so that we can get our goods overseas to other markets.
Poilievre did not take questions from local reporters during both stops, only allowing 4 questions, 2 in French and 2 over the phone Friday. With Poilievre campaigning in a Conservative stronghold province in the final week of the campaign, University of Saskatchewan political scientist Loline Berdahl wonders about the strategy.
Are they perceiving it to still be a stronghold? And are they perceiving some potential weakness?
Saskatchewan's northern riding of Desnethe-Missinippi-Churchill River is expected to be tightly contested, and Berdahl is also interested in what could happen to the Saskatoon West riding.
Are they seeking to protect existing seats at this point? And if they're concerned about the ones in Saskatchewan, that's really quite striking to me.
That's expected to be Poilievre's last time speaking with reporters this federal election.
It's not even comparable to what Mark Carney is doing or saying. And again, Liberals have been ruining this country for 10 years. There's so much divisiveness. There's so much hatred. There's so much negativity. And this is why we so desperately need a conservative government. The blue wave is real, folks. I don't know if you've ever made it out to these political rallies, but the one that I attended yesterday in the News Bay blew my mind because it's so different from being behind a computer screen or a television or your phone of people showing up in these rallies. When you're there in person, it is mind-blowing. Extreme positive vibes, and there are so many people. But you know who doesn't get that type of support? Mark Carney. And I can't blame people. Like, he's just exactly like Trudeau, ruining this country, causing more divisiveness, more hatred, more fear. And here's what he had to say in a recent rally.
To try to be your prime minister because I felt we needed big changes in this country. Big changes guided by strong Canadian values with the goal of building Canada strong. And after can you guys come with me for the next 2 days? It would be fantastic. Yes, okay, good. It's going to be fun. After I was chosen to lead my party and our country, we got to work. And in just 9 days, we made significant progress on an ambitious agenda. We saw that homes have become far too expensive. You know this in the GTA. So we cut taxes on them, and we set out a strategy to build twice as many of them every year using Canadian technology, Canadian skilled trades, Canadian lumber. Yeah. We saw that the capital gains tax hike was stifling the builders and innovators that we need, so we got rid of it. We reversed it. We recognized that the consumer carbon tax was too divisive, so we eliminated it on day one, saving Canadians up to 18 cents per litre at the pump. And a little over a month ago, we entered the most consequential election of our lifetimes. And that's because we are in the biggest crisis of our lifetimes. President Trump is trying to fundamentally restructure the international trading system. And in the process, he is rupturing the global economy. In a crisis, you have to prepare for the worst, not hope for the best. And this week, President Trump repeated his attacks on Canada. He said that he's not just trolling, that he means what he says. As I've been warning for months, America wants our land, our resources, our water, our country. President Trump is trying to break us so that America can own us. And while that will never happen, our world has fundamentally changed. Our old relationship with the United States is over. The system of global trade anchored on the United States that Canada has relied on since the end of the Second World War, a system, while not perfect, but one that has helped deliver prosperity for our country for decades, is over. That's a tragedy, but it's also our new reality. Our task now is to chart a new course for Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen, the choice is so clear to me, which is why I've already gone out and voted. I highly encourage everybody gets out and vote, because this blue wave, it's not going to stop. But the only way we can actually make it happen is if we all do our part and get out and vote. That is the end of the video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, it'd be super awesome for you guys to smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and again, the link to support Pam to get her a vehicle so that she can get back to living her life is down below in the description or the pinned comment below. And I will see you all in another video. Bye for now.